After losing almost $10 billion last quarter, Freddie Mac is asking the government for yet another $6.1 billion bailout. That will add up now to about a quarter of the company's potential $200 billion taxpayer lifeline that you guaranteed. So whenever they go, can I call a friend? Oh, yeah, they call your house. Also, 10 banks that failed the stress test need another $75 billion. But don't worry, we'll print it. We'll make more. Now, let me go to David Buckner. David Buckner is here. He's from Columbia University. I open up the paper today, and I see all of this stuff going on, and everybody's feeling great about the economy. I mean, you know, hey,
happiness out there.
A lot of happiness and love. I can't figure it out, but there's a lot of happiness and love out there. And Barack Obama and Timothy Geithner say they want to go out and they want to really control the financial industry and set wages. What?
This is a lesson that hasn't been learned, and it's replicated almost every 20 to 30 years. It's where you set a cap on how much somebody can earn. And this isn't just TARP banks. These aren't banks that have received. This is no quid pro quo. This is going in and saying, I want to actually dictate how much Glenn Beck would make. You're an executive. And so in that case, they put a cap on it. What's that going to create? If you think about limiting, this creates the same thing happened 20 years ago for rent control in New York City. This creates a black market for things. Why? Because our people who would like to work, who are worth a certain amount, cannot be marketed at that amount. Where are they going to go? They'll go to Europe. They'll go other places. So this is a huge brain drain possibility if the government actually controls. Forget the overstepping part.
The idea is we can spend all this money because we can grow our economy to a place to where we can afford all of these programs that we're now putting in. But if we have a brain drain, if we say, hey, by the way, you can't, it's great and everything, I know you're probably worth it, that's what you say you are, but you can't make it here in America, people will go overseas.
They will go overseas. You can imagine Bruce Springsteen doing a concert, and at the end they say, we think you made too much on this. You're going to get paid this much in America. He's not going to do another concert in America.
This is what's happening in Great Britain right now. They have their taxes up to 62.5%.
And people are fleeing. They're going elsewhere.
What is it that I swear to you, David, sometimes I think that these people, they're not this stupid.
No, it is. It's following up a popular sentiment. The time in the 1970s when government placed in New York City a cap on how much landlords could charge, that was a time where everybody said, great, then we can get cheap housing. What happened? Landlords abandoned. There was a flee. So what happened? Landlords came back in and said, okay, we're going to create a way in which you can go in at $500 a month, but you're going to have to pay me for the key. You're going to pay me $2,000 more for the key. It creates an incentive for people to go around the system.
Isn't this exactly what happened? Didn't during the Clinton administration, they go in and say to banking executives that you can't pay them a certain salary or something like that, and then they said, okay, well, that's fine. And then they paid them in all kinds of incentives.
Perks, incentives, and trips, and vacations.
Which is what they're trying to solve now.
That's exactly right.
They created the problem.
Yeah. The market is like a natural force of water going down a mountain. You can put a boulder in the middle of it, but the water is going to find its way around it.
Real quick, because we have to go, but tomorrow I have the authors of Animal Spirits on, and I have the CEO of GM on. I just want to talk how do you even do this? Is there any reason why we should feel exuberant or really excited like this thing has changed? They keep talking about green sprouts. I see yellow weeds.
There is a perception in the market that things are not declining as quickly as they had been. That's all it is. It's not as deadly as death.
Oh, well, that's great.
It's only partial death.
It's a 72-hour Ebola instead of a 12-hour Ebola. Oh, okay, good. David, thank you very much.